Deep in the Dandakaranya forest, Ram departs the hermitage to hunt a mysterious golden deer. His absence immediately creates a vacuum of power, leaving the dense woods uncomfortably silent. Then, the silence shatters. A desperate scream for help cuts through the trees, perfectly mimicking Ram's exact pitch and cadence. Inside the hermitage, panic overrides logic. Sita knows her husband is a warrior of unmatched skill, but the sheer terror of hearing his voice in agony instantly eclipses her rational understanding of his invincibility. She demands Laxman go to his brother's aid. Laxman recognizes the scream as a demonic trick, but Sita, frantic with fear, hurls harsh accusations at him. He is trapped between a direct military order from Ram to guard the camp and the intense emotional demands of the woman he views as a mother figure. To capture Sita, the enemy first had to dismantle her protection. This opening phase relied entirely on fracturing the psychological trust and the established chain of command between her two defenders. Forced to leave his post, Laxman takes his bow and carves a continuous trench into the earth, encircling their shelter. This schematic illustrates the Laxman Rekha. It is an active ward fortified with divine mantras designed to incinerate crossing supernatural entities. The system is a strict binary. Stay inside the radius for impenetrable invulnerability. Step outside the line and protection drops to 0. Before running into the forest, Laxman issues a single, uncompromising instruction. Under absolutely no circumstance is Sita to place a foot beyond that mark until he or Ram returns. The ultimate physical defense of Panchavati was locked in place, entirely dependent on one single point of failure: Sita's strict compliance with the boundary rule. Ravana arrives, but not as a warrior. He drops his armor and adopts the trembling, emaciated form of a starving ascetic begging for alms. As he approaches the hermitage, the lethal, radiating heat of the Laxman Rekha forces him back. He realizes immediately that a brute force entry is impossible. He pivots to a psychological assault. He invokes the sacred cultural law of Atiti Devo Bhava and threatens to cast a devastating curse if they deny a holy man food. Sita is suddenly caught in a fatal conflict of duties. She must choose between her strict obedience to her brother-in-law's security protocol and her righteous cultural obligation to serve a starving guest at her door. She makes her choice. Extending the bowl of food, she shifts her weight and bridges the boundary, placing her foot into the unprotected dirt outside. Ravana never touched the Laxman Rekha. He forced Sita to choose between her safety and honor, knowing her conscience would compel her to cross the line herself. The illusion instantly drops. The frail old man vanishes, replaced by the terrifying bulk of Ravana. He seizes Sita, forces her onto his aerial chariot, and launches into the sky. Below them, the ancient bird king, Jatayu, witnesses the abduction. His body is frail from age, but his moral clarity is absolute. It is a severe tactical mismatch. Jatayu drives his talons against divine armor and mystic swords, but Ravana easily counters the assault, severing the ancient bird's wings and sending him plummeting to the earth below. Jatayu lost the physical battle in minutes, but his decision to fight a doomed war established the ideological standard for the rest of the epic. Duty and righteousness supersede the calculation of survival. Miles away, Ram's arrow finally strikes the golden deer. As the demon Marich dies, his true, monstrous form is exposed. The brothers immediately realize they have been drawn away by a decoy and sprint frantically back toward the empty hermitage. High in the air, Sita executes a desperate tactical maneuver. She covertly strips off pieces of her divine jewelry and drops them, using the natural landscape below to create a geographic breadcrumb trail for Ram to track. The era of quiet, meditative exile is over. The focus of the heroes shifts violently from spiritual survival in the woods to the massive mobilization required for vengeance and rescue. If you want to see how Ram builds an army to track down that trail, hit subscribe, like this video, and drop a Jai Shri Ram in the comments below. That single step across the dust ended the years of quiet exile. The hunt for a golden deer was now a pursuit that would lead Ram to the gates of Lanka.